This is, I've been doing this for 40 some years. This is as sweet a spot that I've seen kind of macro picture. We are in a capital investment super cycle. We have fiscal stimulus, we have monetary stimulus. If you're around growth and technology, this is a pretty prime environment. And while average Americans definitely feel a lot of stress because everything's more expensive.
高盛集团 CEO 大卫·所罗门表示，当前全球正处于财政与货币政策双重刺激，资本投资超级周期叠加监管放松的刺激鸡尾酒环境中，降息周期、巨额财政支出及 AI 领域的大规模投资共同推高了金融资产估值，对持有可投资资产、深耕科技增长赛道的有产者极为有利。他同时坦言，这种利好并非全民普惠，普通美国人仍承受着通胀带来的压力。各类商品价格较此前上涨 25% 到 30%， 呈现出明显的财富分化态势。
If you're in our kind of businesses, if you're attached to financial assets or investable assets, this is, I've been doing this for 40 some years. This is as sweet a spot that I've seen kind of macro picture. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't all sorts of difficult, complex things going on in the world, but I think we're at a moment, let's just be here in the United States for a minute. We can go around the world and talk about anywhere you want, but let's just start here in the United States. The combination of the significant amount and continuing to increase fiscal stimulus. And by the way, the big, beautiful bill that started in 26 just adds more to that. It's not that we weren't in a very stimulative place. We just added a whole bunch more. We have fiscal stimulus, we have monetary stimulus because we're in a rate cutting cycle. That doesn't mean I think we're going to see many more rate cuts, but we're probably going to see a couple more. We are in a capital investment super cycle, like something we've never seen. Last year, the four largest companies contributed 1% to GDP growth with their $400 billion of spending. We are in a deregulatory unwind cycle from a massive regulatory surge during the last administration to a deregulatory wind back. That is very stimulative. All these things, it's just such a cocktail of stimulus that it's very, very hard to slow the economy down. And while average Americans definitely feel a lot of stress because everything's more expensive. You could talk about inflation going from 9 to 3, but the bottom line is everything is 25 to 30% more expensive, and that's the way Americans feel it. There's pressure, but at the same time, there's enormous financial leverage that keeps the economy going, and it makes the economy a little bit more versatile. And so if you own monetary assets or investable assets, if you're around growth and technology, this is a pretty prime environment. I'll give you 100 things that can set it off. Last April, if you were in Davos last January, people felt the same way. And then in April, we had a speed bump. But it was a relatively short speed bump. And I think one of the things that also there are two things that I think has the market moving ahead. One, you've got a president that, if you look at the speed bump last April, he marks to market to that market every single day. And if the market's going in the wrong direction, he has no problem adjusting very, very quickly. And number two, the productivity gains from AI investment and putting it into the enterprise and having the enterprise pick it up, the market is pulling forward a lot of what they expect to be delivered over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And so that's a pretty prime macro environment.